The exterior walkaround is performed after the safety exterior inspection and the preliminary cockpit preparation. It ensures that the overall condition of the aircraft and all visible components and equipment are safe for the following flight. During this inspection, the parking brake must be on to allow the flight crew to check the brake wear indicators. The pilot has to verify the structure for impact damage. He or she must also check that there is no fuel, oil or hydraulic leaks and all access panels and doors are closed securely. If the landing gear door is opened, the maintenance crew must be contacted before applying hydraulic power. In cold weather conditions, the surfaces must also be verified to ensure that they are clean of snow, ice or frost, or that any contamination is within prescribed limits. Conventionally, the exterior inspection starts at the left forward fuselage. Check the condition of the captain and standby angle of attack probes and verify that the first officer and captain static ports are clear. Also, verify that the avionics equipment ventilation air inlet valve is not obstructed or damaged. The oxygen bay must be closed and the green crew oxygen overboard discharge indicator must be in place. If the disc is missing, it indicates an overpressure of the crew oxygen system. Let's now move to the nose of the aircraft. Ensure that the two pitot probes and the standby static port are both clear. Examine the conditions of the two TAT probes, verify that the radome latches are correctly locked, check that the radome has no signs of cracking, deformation, lightning and/or bird strikes. Check the second standby static port and the first officer pitot probe. Then make sure that the forward avionics compartment door is closed. If the ground electrical power is connected, the security strap must be hooked to prevent that plug from falling out. When external power is not required, the ground electrical power door must be closed. On the nose landing gear, the nose wheel chocks must be in place. Check the wheels and tyres for cuts and cracks. Ensure that the park brake indicator light is illuminated, showing that the park brake is set. Verify the structure of the nose gear and check that the taxi, takeoff and turn-off lights are not damaged. Make sure that there are no leaks from hydraulic lines and that the electrical wires are free of damage. Observe that the wheel well is in good condition and that the nose gear safety pin is removed. Moving to the right-hand forward fuselage, verify that the right and aft avionic compartment doors are closed. Check the condition of the avionics equipment ventilation air outlet valve. Also, check that the first officer and captain static ports are clear. Ensure that the first officer angle of attack probe is not damaged. While moving to the lower centre fuselage, according to the loading operation status, verify that the forward cargo door and its selector panel are properly closed. Do not forget to verify all of the antennas. On the lower centre fuselage, verify that the potable water drain is closed and check the condition of the drain mast. Then make sure that the low and high pressure ground connections doors and that the ram air inlet flap are closed. Check the pack air inlet valves and check the anti-collision light. Verify that the magnetic fuel indicator is flush with the fuselage and that the pack's air intake and outlet are not obstructed. Then check the yellow hydraulic bay door is closed. Now let's look at the right-hand centre wing. Check the condition of the landing light and check that there are no leaks from the fuel water drain valve. Verify that the magnetic fuel level indicators are flush with the wing. Going to the wing leading edge, check the condition of the landing light and verify that slat 1 is not damaged and that its position is in accordance with the slats flaps lever. When reaching the left-hand side of engine 2, check that the oil fill access door, master magnetic chip detector access door, and that the thrust reversers are closed and latched. Moving to the front of the engine, verify that the engine inlet and fan blades are not damaged. Also, check that the fan cowl doors are closed and latched, and that the safety pin has been removed. On the right-hand side of engine 2, also check that the pressure relief start valve handle access door is closed. Ensure again that the thrust reverser is closed and locked. Under the engine, check that the drain mast is in good condition with no significant leaks. Verify that the turbine exhaust is clean. Also check the pylon for condition and make sure that its access panels are closed. Walking to the right-hand wing leading edge, check the condition of the slats. Verify that the fuel level indicators are flush with the wing and that there is no leak from the fuel water drain valves. Make sure that the refuel coupling door is closed. Note that the fuel panel can also be located on the centre fuselage, just below the right wing. Verify that the surge tank air inlet is clear and that the overpressure disc is not missing. Then ensure that the navigation lights and the wingtip or sharklet are not damaged. From behind the wing trailing edge, check the top of fuselage antennas. On the wing, verify that the static discharges are not broken or missing. Then check that the fairings, flaps and control surfaces are not damaged. Let's now have a look at the right-hand landing gear. First, verify that the chocks have been removed. Examine the wheels and tyres for wear, cracks and cuts. With the parking brake on, check the brakes for wear and their brake wear indicators. If a brake wear pin is almost flush with a guide, the brake should be replaced. Check the torque link damper and the hydraulic lines for condition. Observe the landing gear main structure and the downlock springs. Ensure that the safety pin is removed. On the fuselage, the yellow ground hydraulic connection door must be closed and the shroud fuel drain must be clear of leaks. Moving to the right-hand aft fuselage to the rear of the aircraft, check the condition of the VHF2 and the radio altimeter antennas. According to the loadings operation progress, verify that the cargo door and its selector panel are closed and latched. Verify in the same way the bulk door if fitted, the potable water service panel and the toilet service access door. Check the conditions of the outflow valve and the drain mast and verify the closure of the flight recorder access door. When reaching the tail, ensure that the right-hand stabiliser and elevator are not damaged. Check in the same way the fin and the rudder. Verify that all the static discharges are in good condition. Below the aircraft, ensure that the lower fuselage structure has no cracks or shows no scratches from possible tail strikes on the runway. From behind the aircraft, check conditions of the APU exhaust and the rear navigation light. Ensure that the APU access door is closed and that the oil cooler air outlet is clean. Verify that there are no leaks from the drain. Then verify that the APU air intake is clean and that the fire extinguisher overpressure red disc is in place. Moving along the aft left side of the fuselage, verify that the static discharges are not damaged. Check the conditions of the left-hand stabiliser and the left side of the rudder. When reaching the centre fuselage, ensure that the following doors are closed and latched: ground hydraulic connection blue and green doors and hydraulic reservoir filling door. The left-hand landing gear is inspected as per the right one. Verify the general aspect of the landing gear and its components. In particular, ensure that the chocks and the safety pin are removed. On the left trailing edge, verify the control surfaces, the flaps and the fairing. Check that the static discharges are not damaged or missing. On the leading edge, verify the wing tip or sharklet and the navigation light, the overpressure disc and the surge tank air inlet. Below the wing, verify the fuel water drain valve, the fuel level indicators and the slats. On the left-hand side of engine 1, like for engine 2, verify that the oil fill access door and the master magnetic chip detector access door is closed. Ensure that the thrust reverser and fan cowl doors are closed and latched, and that the safety pin has been removed. Inspect the condition of the drain mast, and finally check the engine inlet and fan blades. Moving on to the right-hand side of engine 1, like for engine 2, ensure that the pressure relief start valve handle access door is closed. Also check the pylon for condition and making sure that access panels are closed and that the turbine exhaust is clear. And then going to the left-hand centre wing, make sure that the fuel level indicators are flush with the wing and the fuel water drain valves have no leaks. Verify the landing light, the closure of the ram air turbine door and the hydraulic reservoir pressurisation door. Finally, check slat 1 for condition. The A320 exterior inspection is now completed. Do not forget to check that there are no obstructions in the vicinity of the aircraft that could impede pushback or taxi.